Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk have agreed to fight each other next. The undisputed heavyweight world title fight will see the Gypsy King unify his WBC crown with Usyk's WBA, IBF, and WBO champions. Who will come out on top in this fight? Will Usyk be able to add another victory to his record? Let's find out. Usyk's abilities are undeniable. Many different media groups including talkSPORT, DAZN, and World Boxing News all agree that he is the top boxer in terms of pound-for-pound fighting. However, the fact that he never shies away from a challenge and actively seeks out the most formidable opponents is what makes him a more deserving pound-for-pound king than many other boxers. After defeating Anthony Joshua again in Jeddah, the 35-year-old was free from all obligations. Following Tyson Fury's most recently purported retirement, Usyk became the Ring Magazine champion, the undisputed leader of his weight class, and was free to do whatever he pleased with his reign. He could retire, fight an opponent of his choosing, or accept a challenge from a mandatory contender. Usyk being Usyk, he initially called up Fury for a fight. Despite the fact that the match would begin with the similar southpaw being a considerable underdog, Usyk has been the pre-fight underdog twice in his career. Narrowly before he beat Murat Gassiev in Russia, more steeply before he sunk AJ in Tottenham. If Usyk fights Fury, then he will once again enter the ring with the odds stacked against him. Mayweather, by contrast, was the pre-fight favorite in every single one of his 50 pro fights. Pacquiao has a similar take on everyone that comes my way mentality, which helps explain why multiple losses pockmark his great boxing CV. However, Usyk has maintained a perfect record of 20-0, despite adopting the same strategy of avoiding nobody. But will he be able to maintain such a flawless record when he goes up against Fury? Fury, a man who is 6 inches taller than him, about 50 pounds heavier than him, and who obviously excels him in terms of strength and knockout power. Fury is no doubt a formidable boxer. In 2022, Fury has already competed twice, while Usyk had just had one fight. Fury first fought against Dillian Whyte in London, England. Then, after a short retirement, he fought Derek Chisora at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 3rd of December 2022. The bout between Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora served more as a warm-up than anything more. Chisora, who had also announced his retirement earlier in the year, was never able to adequately assault the Gypsy King, and as a result, Fury controlled and dominated the fight. With his victory, Fury retained his WBC, meaning that it will still be up for grabs in his fight against Usyk. Let's take a look at Fury's boxing style and strategy. Tyson Fury doesn't have an exact fighting style he uses whenever he steps inside the ring, because he adapts his boxing strategy to suit the needs of each of his opponents. He has a reputation for being very unpredictable. Even when he fought Wilder 3 times, he didn't use the same fighting technique each time. With the 6'9" frame, many people would assume Fury to be a point fighter who utilizes his length to keep opponents away, but he rarely fights that way. When it comes to his boxing skill, Fury is very well-rounded. He has a number of fighting styles that he uses, such as swarming his opponents as he did in the 3rd bout he had against Wilder, using his footwork to create angles, or using a counter-punching strategy. Because of his high boxing IQ and well-rounded talents, he's able to use any game plan that he and his coaches believe would offer him the greatest possible chance of winning against any given opponent. This is undoubtedly Fury's most valuable attribute. What about his footwork? Tyson Fury might not be as graceful as Muhammad Ali regarding his footwork, but his movement inside the ring is just as fluid. He's a lot more graceful than you would expect for a man his size inside the ring, and he's excellent at using his footwork to create angles. Fury's footwork came in handy when he defeated Klitschko. He avoided Klitschko's strikes by taking L steps and sidestepping, which also allowed him to create angles for his counterattack. Fury is able to fight well from either the southpaw or the orthodox stance, which contributes to the effectiveness of his footwork. The way Tyson Fury dominates the ring makes his technique seem flawless. The execution of punches and the body movement remains so smooth that the WBC heavyweight champion appears as the blueprint of an ideal boxer. However, this doesn't mean that Fury has no weaknesses. Tyson Fury has been knocked down twice in his career by the counter overhand right by Navon Pajkic and Steve Cunningham. Even the right hand of Wilder delivered on Fury came at a time when the latter believed he had the fight wrapped up, and as a result, Fury came perilously close to paying the price. As a result of letting his confidence get the better of him, he was forced to settle for a draw. Fury had better lighten up his defense and get to work on defending those right hands, because Usyk will pounce on Fury with those right hands if he finds a vulnerability in Fury's defense. Let's take a look at how good Usyk is in the ring. There is no question that Oleksandr Usyk's jab is a significant contributor to his overall effectiveness as a boxer. Usyk's rapid jabs often cause his opponents to move backward, not because his punches are hard, but because of the pressure he creates. There are many ways to create pressure, but it's generally the ability to crowd an opponent's space and make them rush their work. Even against opponents who vie for lead foot control and jab dominance, Usyk will often let them take the outside angle, leading them into a jab or a lead hook. He also has a unique technique where he places his lead foot outside but slips, keeping his head on the inside while jabbing. This allows him to execute a jab and quickly exit to the outside angle. Usyk has a very similar counter game to the great Manny Pacquiao. If his opponent can match his jab, he can switch to a more slick, broken rhythm style. He even counters his opponents with the split entry counter, a southpaw staple. He places his lead foot and head to the outside and slips his opponent's jab while throwing his left straight. This is a highly effective move that even Floyd Mayweather struggled to adapt to when he fought Manny Pacquiao. Tyson Fury will also struggle to adapt to this if Usyk uses this technique in their fight, which might be another victory for Usyk. Many people are excited about this fight between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, which will surely go down in the history books. Now, over to you. Who do you think will win the boxing fight between Fury and Usyk? Let us know in the comments section below. That'll be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace.